more shoulder work. You're going to roll onto your right side, both knees bent. Your right arm will be underneath your head. You can either have it folded or fully extended. You want to line the heels up with the sit bones and make sure that the upper back is back in line with the pelvis so that you're in a neutral spine. Even a little bit more. There we go. So that you still have the natural curves of your spine. Left arm reaches up toward the ceiling, and that same movement we were doing now with the block, you're going to reach one arm up, allow the shoulder blade to slide off the ribs, and then allow it to drop slightly back. And again, lifting it up, feeling it stretching away from your head and neck, and release it down. And reach it up, and release it down, and reach it up, and release it down. One more time, reach it up. Keep it reaching up, but see if you can keep the space between your neck and the top of your shoulder. And now take very gentle little circles, trying to really feel the weight of the humerus inside the shoulder. So it's not a muscular movement, it's a little bit more of a bony sensation. That's it, nice and good. And then change the direction of the circles, go the other way. You feel that hand right over your shoulder. That's it. Nice t-shirt, Rachel. Good. That's it. And now turn your palm so that it's facing your head. And then turn it back to facing the mirror. And again, turn the palm toward your head, just feeling that external rotation in the shoulder, and back to the mirror. And rolling it up. And center. And one more time. And now keeping the palm turned up, soft, slightly soft elbow, reach the arm overhead. And then bring it back toward the ceiling. And again, reaching the arm overhead. Click. And back. That's it. You want to feel the gliding of that shoulder blade. Very nice, yeah. And back. You can feel the upward rotation, which means the bottom of your scapula is gliding slightly up toward your armpit. Your armpit is forward. Staying with the arm overhead. Reach your thumb toward the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor, it's just facing down. And then glide slightly back and feel a little stretch in the pec, and then bring it back. So you're just going to take a little oscillation, a little breath. Inhale as you reach back. Exhale as you soften forward. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale forward. So actually going this way. Oh. Yeah. Feel that stretch? Good, and one more. And now bring the arm in front of you, on the floor in front of you. And now you're going to look up toward the ceiling and go ahead and rotate the spine and follow your hand and look back. And you can adjust your bottom arm however feels comfortable to you. And then bring it forward again. And feel the shoulders' relationship to the ribs. Turn the clavicle. Feel the whole upper shoulder girdle rotating and the ribs going with and coming back. Reconnect all of those parts. Make sure you're not just falling into a flexibility in your shoulder. Shoulder girdle, rib cage, belly. Yes, very nice with the eyes and the head. Good. One more time. Rotating up, back, and around. Try to take your eyes with your hand, see back toward your fingertips, and take a couple breaths in this stretch. Let's do this. Here. Better. Yeah. Good. And then release all the way back over and gently roll onto your back. Take a moment on your back before you go to the other side. And see if you can sense a difference from one shoulder to the other, or one side of your back to the other. Noticing if perhaps the shoulder blade feels flatter on the back of the ribs, if the front of the shoulder feels like it's wider, maybe more of your ribs are touching the floor on that side, perhaps even down into your pelvis. Good, and let's roll to the other side. Both knees bent, heels in line with the sit bones. Bring your upper ribs back in line with your pelvis. You can have your left arm under your head. Right arm up toward the ceiling. Palm facing the courtyard wall. And reaching up toward the ceiling, letting the shoulder blades slide up. And then soften back and down toward the spine. And do that a few times, reaching up. And coming back. And up. And softening back. If you have mobile elbows, watch that you're not hyperextending your elbows. So a little softness through that joint is good. That's better. One more time, reaching the arm up, settling it back down, and then reach the arm up. Feel the shoulder blades stay wide and take small circles on the ceiling with the humeral head as the mover. And then circling the other direction. Good. Coming back with the hand balanced over the shoulder, externally rotating the arm so the elbow pit and palm are facing the head. And then turn it back to facing the courtyard. And again, from the top of the shoulder, rotate the arm and bring it back. And rotate the arm. Nice. And bring it parallel. And once more, rotate the arm. And now reach the arm overhead toward the floor. Feel the space of the armpit, the opening in the shoulders. And then bring the arm back down by your side. Good, and again, lifting it up, breathing into those ribs, opening the side of the rib cage. Arm comes back. And again, raising it up overhead. And bring it open to the side. And one more time, reach the arm overhead. And turn the thumb back toward the floor. Little finger will be more toward the ceiling. And then gently reaching back with that arm. And release. Good. Keep the arm overhead. And again, just glide it back. Very nice. Yeah, that's it. Do that little stretch. Feeling the shoulder blade. You can feel how it relates to the ribs to help you open your arm back. Good, nice neutral rib cage, excellent. And bring the arm back up and then reach it in front of you to the courtyard. And now you're going to follow your hand with your eyes. Again, shoulder girdle rotates, the ribs rotate and take you open to the side. And then bring it back up and in and across. And again, up and over. Make sure you take your ribs with you. Try to keep your ribs soft. And bring it back in. And again, up and over. Opening it to the side. That's it. Beautiful. And coming back. And one more time, opening. And if you are able to stay there for a moment and take a couple breaths in this expanded chest position. Ribs are soft. Pelvis is reaching down and away. Big inhale. Exhale fully and bring that arm back around. And then slowly roll yourself back onto your spine. And bend your knees. Find your neutral position. Take a couple breaths here.